Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are back, baby. Sunday night, baby. You know how we do every Wednesday and Sunday. We try to bring y'all something. If I may skip a Sunday or Wednesdays because I'm running the Brevard Basketball League with my guys. We out there doing it for the community. But we are on tonight, baby. We are on tonight. And we have a very special guest. All right. So with saying that, welcome to Basketball Heads Live. I am your host, Glenn Poole Harding. You know what it is. The official home for New York City basketball. Yo, we have a very special guest. Every year we like to bring up someone that's doing something special in the basketball community outside of being on the court, right? This guy, I met him a few years ago. Him just paying homage to what we do here at Basketball Heads, and offered to do graphics and things of that nature. Outside of my guy, I need to mention my guy. You know what I'm saying? Sherrod, who's been holding me down for like the last 3 years on the graphic side, but then Swag came along, and we started to build a relationship, and then he started to take on a life of his own by putting out these amazing graphics on New York City Legends. And, I got this mad tissue on my face, but it's all good. So, with saying that, he wasn't somebody that just came around and started, jacking the swag as, it's a few guys out there that's doing it, but it's all good. It's all signs of flattery. But with saying that, I want to bring in my guy, Daniel Swagggodthanos Atherton.
Y'all ready? Yes. You have just stepped into the world of chaos, where everybody goes hard. Come on. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Or go home. Never back down. You gotta hold your own. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. East Coast. Go hard. West Coast. Go hard. Midwest. Go hard. Dirty. Hurry up, everybody. Get online, buy your tickets, cause the game about to start.
Yeah, I know you like that song. Look at you jamming. There you go.
Yeah. What up, Pooh?
How you doing, brother?
How you doing? I appreciate you. God bless.
Nah, no doubt, man. We do a lot of things, bring up a lot of basketball legends and greats on this show. And really, I got a lot of people where I run through the streets talking about your graphics. And yo, Pooh, damn, you be doing a lot. Some of the graphics I do, but the ones that's been coming out lately, I have to give props to you. And that's why I called you. I said, you know what?
Yeah.
I had someone that's supposed to come on tonight. We had to reschedule, but I said, you know what? I think it's only right that I get the man behind the graphs.
Thank
you know what I'm saying?
Tonight.
and you repping the town Jersey. You know what I'm saying?
So it got to start here, because when I start telling the story, this got a lot to do with it. This is Lincoln, the one and only.
Yes, sir.
Stephon Xavier Marbury, my personal point guard GOAT. As he knows. Shout out to him. Shout out to Zach. But I had to do it. Even though I went to Wingate, this the institution. You see what I'm saying? And Pooh is from Lincoln, so I just wanted to do it right. You know what I mean?
No doubt. Smart man. Salute, Max, Doll Ass Beats. Appreciate you. So let's just give people. You know, I know you was telling me your story last week about your ups and downs in basketball, and you know, things that kept you off the court when you really wanted to be on the court. But just kind of walk us through, you know, those days of Wingate. But first, let me just ask you one question. What I ask everybody: who introduced you to the game?
My uncle, rest in peace, my uncle Keith, he was a big Magic Johnson fan, and he kind of tricked me into it because he would come out, he would play me, grown man, 6 feet tall. I'm 8, 9 years old. He'd take me to the court right there down on Fifth Avenue, Mount Morris Park, give me the business. So it was my uncle Howard who introduced Magic Johnson, was the muse. So you know, I'm a Magic guy. That's my GOAT. They say Michael, they say LeBron, but I'm a Magic Johnson guy.
No doubt, no doubt. What part of the city you grew up in?
From Harlem, Taft, 115 Fifth Avenue, right there across the street from the iconic Kingdom. Rest in peace, Kinu. It hit me deep. I just wanted to take a little time, shout him out, because, you know, he lost his life on that very court. And ironically, I grew up in building 1385, directly across the street. So that's where I'm from. That's the start. That's where I home my game and everything, right there in the Kingdom.
Wow, that's crazy. So how do you make your way down to Brooklyn? Because you know you uptown guys don't come to Brooklyn.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, domestic situation, my mom and dad split. My dad moved to Brooklyn, and I was able to get visitation. He really put that energy into me, really put that support, really drove me and pushed me. So I stayed here. I was allowed to stay with my dad, and I was right there and right up the street from Brevoy, everything on something Saratoga, right there, the corner. You know, in the '90s, early '90s, it was a very desolate area, a lot of vacant lots, but gentrification, and that's what also drew me to basketball head because I saw 5 years ago. I saw you originally doing the Brevoy tournament.
Yeah.
Me and I said, "Yo, who's this?" Because Brevoy was at the time they wasn't running no tournaments. The concrete cracked up. You know, it was a very dangerous, high drug traffic area back in the early '90s. So when I saw you revive that, it almost brought a tear to my eye. And I, you know, because I wish I had that outlet when I was coming up. So that area was rough. You know what I mean? So that's how I got to Brooklyn, and I had an opportunity to go to Boys and Girls. But me being a Harlem guy and really weird, I thought the name was funny. I was like Boys and Girls. That's I thought Great Pearl, Washington, or anything. So I didn't go right down the street, and I was scared of the project. So I saw the Wingate campus. Shout out to Zab Judah. I went there with Zab Judah at the same time. He was an amateur boxer. And I saw the campus. I said, nah. And shout out to Keanu again. I found out he trained kids right there in the park. I went there at the high school. So shout out to Keanu again. Small world, basketball community is very small, very tight knit. And that's pretty much how I got to Brooklyn.
No doubt, no doubt. I grew up have a lot of my childhood in Crown Heights, and I had a brother and sister who also went to Wingate. Very familiar with that area. Spent a lot of time in that park. So I'm very familiar with that, man. And you know, your love for the game carried you there. You figured, you know, you wanted to play for the team. And how did that work out for you?
Well, actually, shout out to Coach Cavalli, Steve Cavalli, wherever you are. He actually won a PSAL championship maybe a couple years before I got up there. Like I said, I was shopping from schools. I was playing at Evander, junior varsity. They had a few guys, upperclassmen, 5-star guys. I just couldn't really find my way. And I kind of identified with Tiny Morton. Shout out to Tiny Morton's story. I was a transfer out there. I went to try out for Brooklyn.
Well, let's get this straight real quick. He just went there for a couple of days and then came over to Lincoln. So it wasn't like he stayed there and played. You know, he stayed there for a couple of days and then followed his brother over to Lincoln.
I was there at Evander for like a year and a month. Like
right
over the Wingate, middle of the 10th grade, looking for opportunity. They lost their point guard to Cardozo. His name was Damian. I forgot last name. The guy who won the championship with, he went over to Cardozo. So I thought it was a spot there. But that's how I got there, man. And I was very uncoachable. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I came up there with the Harlem thing and wanted to be Sham and Ali Mo, and you know.
You was doing things that coaches like, man, get this guy off the court.
Yeah, I went in there. They thought I was from the Bronx because I was living in the Bronx at the time. I had a couple fellas in the stands, South Bronx, and get me going. And then I'm, you know, and I'm out of here. Yeah.
How did you deal with that? You know, being a young kid and getting a little rejection from your playing style. Did that kind of lead you to other ways, you know, fall the streets or whatever, and not take basketball serious anymore?
Actually, it was a maturity thing. I'm not gonna lie to you. I had a lot going on at home. Unfortunately, my family was ravaged with drug abuse. As if you know the Brevoort, Bed-Stuy area over there, Saratoga, all that.
It was all over the cities, bro. It was all over the city. It was in Coney Island, it was in Harlem. Yeah.
You know, I unfortunately lived in an actual crack house. Like that was the house I would come over and get high. So it's like I had to come home to that. So I tried to compartmentalize. I didn't have a lot of guidance. I didn't have like a coach or a network of guys, a team that could put me and point me in the right direction. So I would just hit from park to park, cut a lot of school, and I would go all around the city with the train pass and just look for bump. I ran into a lot of great players. As I tell stories, that's where a lot of stories come from. But I just didn't know how to go about it. I didn't understand how important education was. I didn't understand discipline. You know, I was disciplined to get up every morning to work on my game, but I wasn't disciplined to make sure my schoolwork was done and stuff like that. And I kind of lived like a grown man at 15. Dad kind of let me. So I always kept a love for the game. I just did not know the right moves to make. And shout out to Scooter, Magic Mel's father. I always big him up because it's guys like that, guys like you, guys like Zach Marbury, guys like Shane, the dribble machine, that let these kids know it's a game, is more than what happens on the court. That's what you got to know. It's more to the game than just what happens on the court.
No doubt. My guy, Stacy from, okay, my bad. I ain't mean to cut you off.
Nah, you straight.
My guy for Coney Island Thunder, my guy Stacy, he also went to Lincoln. He said, always great job. Congratulations, Swag. Keep winning. Flatline DOA said, what up, Kings? Salute, salute. Eddie Lau, legendary coach, New York City. What up? I gotta get you on, Eddie. You gotta tell your story, man. You gotta tell your story, man. We gonna get back to Legends next week, man. And but right now we talking to Swag, man, and you know, just to hear some of the trials and tribulations that you went through, a lot of kids can kind of identify with that, right? So like as a young man, with all that going on around you, why didn't you get, you know, I'm not saying like why didn't you get caught up in that, but how were you able to stay away from all of those things living inside a crack house?
Ironically, the very game itself, it was and to this day, you know, from them days, of course, you know, I've been into a few street activities. I'm here now. God bless me with another opportunity to make something of myself through another vessel. And it was the game. Through all of that, it was the compartmentalizing with the game. I was out there 6 in the morning, rain, sleet, or snow. Brevoort Park right there was another park. It had a bitty rim. I used to be in there every morning, just getting it in. And anytime something was going on at the house, I just go to the court, shoot it out. Because the thing about the game, and I teach my son, is that when people say I can't get out my mind, you know, the replay go on in your mind. When you playing the game, you can't think about anything but placement on the ball, and you know what I mean? So it forces you to lock into what you're doing. So vicariously, or I don't know the word, it take you out of the space. So that always my getaway to this day, you know, have a tough day or I just want to relax.
It was your escape. It was your escape.
So the love always was there and the love is still there. So when I watch you guys, I'm in that place with you guys. You know what I mean? No matter what comes on, I put on basketball heads. You know what I mean? I put on New York versus New York because I'm in Atlanta. So I get to still feel at home, feel that. And I know it's a lot of people out there that's their vessel, just like you watch the Knicks and to get away from anything. It's the same thing. It's the same thing with the art. These guys meant everything to me. These were superheroes. Like I told, shout out to Reggie Freeman. I told him, you guys were superheroes. How do you get to walk on the street and see a 6'6", 6'8" guy, Ali Moe, or Reggie Freeman? You know what I mean? These guys are huge. So for guys who grew up in Harlem that don't get to go to the Garden, you see a guy that big in the supermarket, you like, yo, that's an NBA guy. And as a player, I'm like, yo, I wonder if I could get a jelly off on somebody that tall, you know. So these guys meant these to me, and I let them know. So through the art, so I let them know through the art. I don't want it to be forgotten. These guys was everything. He was rock star. They were the Penny Hardaways, the Grant Hill stars, Lenny Cooks, those guys. You know what I mean? They was the same thing, same abilities. It wasn't no different. Yeah.
Nah, like when you know guys have egos, you know they're afraid to give other people props, right? And you know, be like, yo, I'm not gonna D-Rod him. Why would I, you know, put light on him? Yo, this guy, man, damn, I forgot his name, man. His brother, man, he walked up to me, man, and he was just like, yo, bro, I watch you, man. Basketball heads, man. Flowers, man. I just came home from doing 19 years and to come back to Brevard and see what you're doing for these kids. I wish I had that, like you just said, when I was coming up. And you know, I always bow, man, always bow, because I'm very appreciative, because no one have to give you praise or give you love, you know, especially where we come from.
Yeah.
Everybody's all rocked up and got the mean face and all that. It's just crazy, man. And what you do, man, I just want to let you know, man, that, you know, you definitely appreciate it. You got a lot of people hitting you up, a lot of legends thanking you for what you've been doing. Now, I know some things about you that most don't, right? The music, like, where did the music side come from? Because I can attest to being from the ball world and being involved in music, which I shared with you, right? Where did the music part come from?
Well, this is the interesting read part. It's a riches to rags, and hopefully the richest story through this situation right here. And hopefully it leads to some other things. Well, actually, my father, as you see, my name Dan Atherton. I'm a junior. My father, Dan Atherton Sr., was a world-renowned tour drummer in the '80s. He played for Bobby Brown, New Edition, Levert, Guy, Tony Terry, Force MDs. I mean, I could go on and on. So I kind of grew up in a nepotism type situation, right? So, you know, shout out to Teddy Riley. That's my uncle. He's not my blood uncle, but you know, he's been in my life since a kid. He's a close friend. My father passed away from COVID in 2020. But me and Ted,
Peace.
you know, I consider we just family. But just watching those guys, I always wanted to play basketball because my dad was such a talent, such a great. I'm sitting there next to Bobby Brown and 9 years old. I'm at Giant Stadium. Shout out to Mark Jackson. He showed me love. Story for Mark Jackson. I'm at Giant Stadium, 10 years old, 11 years old. My father on the stage, closing act, Bobby Brown. I'm standing next to Mark Jackson's beautiful wife, Daphne Coleman. Patty LaBelle right there. This is my childhood. You see what I'm saying? Security tried to throw me off the stage, and Patty LaBelle act like we they niece, me and my sister, niece and nephew, keep us on the stage. That's my dad up there. So Mike Tyson, when he was still the champ, standing right there. This was my childhood, so I always felt like I was a regular person. But basketball was my vessel because the music thing, it just was too big for me. It was like something I didn't think I could capture. My dad was on the road a lot. I was with my uncle, I told you, that put me on the basketball. So when I saw Magic, Bernard King, you know, I caught the bug. And, you know, my mom, it was very dangerous over there, crack era. You know, Alco Rich and them was running around in Harlem, kidnapping and everything. So only time I could go outside was with my uncle. And anytime he took me outside was either the sprinklers or to play basketball. So basically, the music came from my dad. So once the basketball didn't work out, I just woke up one morning. I'm not even gonna lie. My aunt told me, humbly speaking, I said, I don't know where these talents come from. She said, "You not talented, son. You gifted." Meaning, I wake up and I decide I want to do something and I do it and it's done. So when I woke up and I did the nail art and it just took off, and that's just pretty much, I'm a natural. God bless me to be a natural. So the music, the answer to the story, come from my dad. Rest in peace. He showed me great things. He showed me it's possible to come from. While my dad was on Arsenio Hall and on American Music Awards, I was in the projects on the fourth floor, right across from the Kingdom, watching this, riding to school in limousine, PS 85. You know what I mean? So I was bred for this. And this is, you know, I got into the music because the basketball just didn't work out. And I had to put these outlets. If you notice, not to be long winded, I do a lot of things because I'm a creative. You know what I mean? So I just pour into different things. If it's basketball, if it's music, if it's my family, if it's whatever I'm into. The Basketball Heads podcast, when I saw you, and I was like, I want to pour into that. I just like being part of greatness. And I felt like you was doing something, and I just wanted to be a part of greatness. Whether my name is said, I was not expecting none of this. I didn't even want none of this. I wanted to uplift the culture that keep me alive, literally, psychologically. Live in a crazy world. Wartime, you know, another shooting happened. I heard in New York behind in the summer, and you know, I'm almost choked up because it really bothered me. But I really love this game because it means a lot to me. And thank you, Pooh, for what you're doing, and thank you for having me on. And give me a second, you guys, a question just to get it together because it's a lot behind everything. One day I'm gonna tell the whole thing when I got time, but this game mean a lot, and I'm doing this for y'all because the fallen soldiers that didn't get all the way, that the Booger Smiths, that I had personal conversation with, that struggle with, you know, not feeling their potential. Shout out to Bass, you see the pods, those guys, just to let them know we still love y'all, man. Y'all still the same. If I see you on the street, I still want to take a picture with y'all. I still want to give y'all love. Y'all not no different. So y'all could come out, hold your head high. Lenny Cook told me in the DM, thank you. He could hold his head up high. I saw you when you was on the pod with him. He said, thank you. I could come out, hold my head up in the city again. I just want to reinforce that. It's real. It's real.
No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. My guy Ballhead, who was in my group with me, the Nation, he said I met his dad in Virginia when me and CeeLo was in VA with Big Pop and Teddy Riley, LOR Life of Riley Studios.
It'd be like that.
You know what I'm saying? He said typo studio. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Ballhead, for sure.
Bring the whole
BX V1 BX VI 739 says Swag God. Give you some love. Yeah, my guys, two of the members from our group, they was dealing with Teddy Riley early on before we even formed as the super group, the Nation, and was dealing with Teddy Riley, and you know they was meeting all those guys down there. So for him to say he met your dad down there in the studio locked in, that's definitely some real stuff right there.
I believe it, man. My dad been all over the world. He got cut down at 60 something, but I told him before he died, I had the opportunity to say that. I said, man, look, in this life, he's done things at 60 something that people who lived 100 never get to do. He's been everywhere on earth several times over.
Wow.
So, yes, any person that lost somebody, the Keanu's of the world, family Keanu, man, Keanu name is ringing, forever going to live on. He done things on this earth. I'm sitting here on this podcast for a whole nother reason. If with Keno alive, if he was here with us today, he would be here for what he did on that court. That's always going to live. So, but no matter how many people get cut early, they made their mark. Be appreciative of that mark, and it's going to always live on. So he done things that people never going to do. He touched things and did things on the court I'm never going to be able to say I could do. So shout out to Keno again and his spirit.
No doubt, no doubt. So when you did that piece on Andre Barrett, right? And I want you to tell some of that story here, and then give me his reactions after that, like once he reached out to you.
Yeah, well, it's a true story because see, I've seen a lot of these players up front and live, so sometimes I have a story to it. I find myself, people say I'm funny, I just tell the truth and they find it funny. Most comedians or whatever you want to say, they just tell the truth. So, I got flair. I'm from Harlem, so we all like that, Cam. We all got the charisma. So me being charismatic, being myself, and just being in the moment, the excitement, told you just how it went. So when I put the art up, and straight up to Dre the Point, uh, homage, you know what I mean? I'm elated by all the legends that reached out. It's a dream come true, man. You know what I mean? I'm a grown man, but I'm securing myself to show admiration. You know what I mean? So boom, Dre hit me, yo, thanks for the art, boom, that's dope. And I immediately was like, yo, this is my opportunity. I got his ear. Let me tell the story because I know this just like I happened is vivid because it was like a canon event. So I told the story and then I said, Dre, I sent it to Dre. I said, Dre, tell me if I got anything wrong. And he said, no. He said,
Tell the people what you was talking about, fam. You got to tell a story.
oh, tell the story.
Yeah.
All right. So at this point, I'm demoralized. I'm in between.
No doubt. Trophy room. Good looking out.
Okay, I got to paint the whole picture. I'm going to try to be quick about it.
All right.
Everybody know back in the early 90s, mid 90s, it was a gang in New York City called the Decepticons, right? So this is how I ended up falling out of school. And this is what led to the Dre Barrett story real quick.
Go ahead.
So I fell out of school. I'm trying to go JUCO. I'm looking at Sullivan. I'm looking at a couple of JUCOs. Right? I was going to try to be a walk-on, something like that. Thought I was good enough. Long story short, my uncle was like, yo, you not good enough. So I'm working hard. I'm like, what you mean? He said, man, that ain't going to work in college ball. That's not going to work on college ball. So we kept getting in the argument. I'm like, what are you talking about, man? I'm busting them down in the court. I'm cooking everybody all over the city. I'm running into guys. I'm holding my own, if anything. So he called me one day. He said, yo, I just got some free tickets to go to Madison Square Garden, a high school basketball tournament. And Kennedy is playing Rice. It was a couple of schools, but this was, I think, with the feature game. If that was not the headline game, it might have been something else. But I never heard of Andre Barrett before in my life. Never, ever. I didn't know what to look for. I was just, I wasn't watching no basketball. I was depressed. I didn't want to look at a ball, right? So this is where I missed that late 90s, right? So until this day, woke me up. So he said, yo, I got tickets to go to the Garden. Meet me down there. So I went down. We had nice little seats, right? Sit down. So Kennedy was playing. I said, oh, my cousin went to Kennedy Bet. They had Willie Shaw. This kid would start playing named Mathis. Something Mathis Jr. His father with the coach.
Yes. Yeah. Johnny Mathis Jr. Yep.
Son, he would just start at Willie Shaw, who ended up going to St. John's. Yeah. So Willie caught my eye because he gave me that Scottie Pippen, Grant Hill vibe. I like how he was moving, pause, like scout wise. I said, ooh, that's the one. I could tell just how the aesthetic, the eye test, right? So Rice, my cousin went to Rice. I call it nice high school. You know what I mean? Right? So Rice get on the court, Dre Barrett, everybody, yo, Dre Barrett, that's the dude. I was like, all right, this little light-skinned dude right here. So I'm like, man, he glowing because, the light's hitting. He light-skinned, he glowing, look like Steph Curry. So I'm like, yo, check this out. Okay, so I think Kennedy got the tip. They miss. We go back down. Rice get the rebound. They kick it to Dre on the wing. That little hash mark, that little black mark right there. I swear to God, Dre took about 2 dribbles. Boom, boom. He did a crowd said, oh! I'm telling you, it was a complete dart bullet pass to the big man. He was all the way in the paint. I'm talking about where all he had to do was do a bank shot. I'm telling you, the man looked over. It was like Jerry Rice and Joe Montana. What? I said, yo, Last time I seen that, I went to the Garden to see Jason Kidd when he was on the Mavericks with Mashburn and Pat Ewing at the end when he had the big Hulk Hogan knee pads on. That's the last time I seen somebody pass the ball like that. I said, my God, that is a pro. I looked at my uncle with the eyes. He said, see? That day I knew all them arguments before in the park, that's what he was talking about. The pace, how he controlled the offense, how he knew when to give the ball up. It's like he knew before the guys knew. They probably used to playing with him and got soft hands where they knew to keep your head on the swivel when you got guys like that. The Omar Cooks. There's a lot of people don't know Steph was like that. You know what I mean? People think about his scoring. He had pinpoint accuracy passing. You know what I mean? There's a lot of guys. The Talik Browns. Well, he was a scorer, but there's a lot of guys that had that New York City. You know. And when I seen Drake at an early age in high school, I said, he's ready for pro basketball. If it wasn't for the height, he did the 4 years thing, Seton Hall. You know what I mean? That's a school I wanted to go to if everything went well. But he did the Seton Hall run, Shaheen Holloway, guys like that, you know. So that's the Drake story. And when I saw that, and I said, wow. And he went on, I think they won the game. And I just saw mastery on the court. And from a teenager, and me being 48, I'm thinking Dre may be about 44, somewhere 45, somewhere, not to shout your age. Shout out to Dre. But you look great, though. But long story short, that was Dre. And I was like, wow. When I had to tell that story because that was a moment when I saw actual pro. Besides Stephon Marbury, that was the next person I saw with my own eyes. I felt like had the aesthetic of a pro. Pro ready.
But you also knew at that point that your uncle was telling you the truth about what you had to do with your game and step your game up. And it's not like you just walk on and do what you want to do in college basketball, no matter what level it is.
But who actually listens to the OGs? Player, listen to their coach, listen to their dad, listen to the guy and young guys. They telling you this for a reason. They not hating on you. Let me tell you something about my dad real quick. One day we playing in the park with the Biddy Park up from Brevoort, right? My pops. I always played against grown men. They always was solid 6-something. So I was getting bumped, the physicality, all of that. So my dad giving it to me. He was good off the glass. Even though he played drums, I called him the glass man standing. Everything bank shot king. Kids, y'all need to get that bank shot back in y'all game too. That's a sure shot. You want to up your percentage up from 12 points a game to 19 points a game. Use that glass. Guarantee efficiency. That's another story. But my posse's giving me work. OG walking the street. He said, hey, man, why you killing that kid like that, man? He said, hey, that's how it goes. So after the game, he said, hey, I see your son out here all the time. He good. I never tell him. You know why he said that? Because everybody else was telling me. And that's what went wrong. Had the approach been different, I would have been humble. Once somebody get in your ear and let you know you good, or you had a good performance at that street tournament in the summertime, or you put in work at that, you know what I mean? Now, or the girls is on you now, it's hard to hear what they're telling you. So Pooh was right. Listen to the older guys who either played the game or around the game. And just because the guy wasn't elite himself, he got the best point of view. Oh, you was riding the bench. Who got a better point of view than the guy sitting on the bench? So, yeah, listen to the OG. So I didn't see it that way. I knew, and the people talking to me, I felt I was better than or was than they were. So it was hard. If it wasn't coming from somebody I respected, a guy who put in work, a Nate Tiny Archibald, I had the honor to talk to him as a young kid. I looked to get into one of his summer programs he had running. That's when he first started working at the elementary school. I don't know. Shout out to Tiny. I don't know what he's doing right now. But I had the luxury. My dad got on the phone with him. He was networking, trying to get me into different programs. And he told me, he said, I'm all NBA, hey, NBA. He said, youngin, NBA ain't everything. Everything that glitter ain't gold. That's the words he told me. And I ain't know what that meant. I'm like, oh, I don't know. But as you get older, you realize, again, like I said earlier, We do this on the court: hands, legs, arms. It's physicality. But what happens off the court is up here, like Kenny Anderson said, basketball easy, life is hard. So life.
That's real talk right there, man. You talked about a lot of lessons that your dad gave you and how he was always in your corner. How did that help you as a dad now?
Everything. Prototype. Between my uncle and my dad, I just copied and pasted all the things I loved about him. My dad fell short in a lot of ways. You know, he got caught up in the whole drug scene, you know, 90s, 80s. But I saw him do great things from nothing, from the projects, from the same brokenness I came from. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, generational things happen and things perpetuated on your kids that you've been through, even though you don't want it to be. But that's never a thing. When you look at the Ron Artest World Meta World Peace stories, you guys come out of Queensbridge. Now, I mean, losing parents at young ages, the Kyrie Irvings, that push you. I don't know how to explain it. Either it happened or it don't. You could go either one or two ways. It can make you worse or it can make you better. Bitch me alive made me better. So seeing my father touch greatness, and he kept telling me, you could be greater than I am. You could be greater than I ever could be. I believed him. I was foolish enough to believe him. I made some bad choices, but my choices is not why I'm not where I'm supposed to be. I chose my family. I got married at a very young age. At 21, I met the woman of my dreams. 21, I came out the street, and I could have chased the rap, the music. I tried to do something that a lot of people wouldn't try. Be a family man and still pursue my goals. You know, family life is life, and you know, your kids get older, you got to dedicate yourself to different things that the world presents. But it never was a decision that I made that caused my basketball career not to work. I was young enough to revive that. I was good enough to put in the work. I had the dedication. It was, I chose real life, and that's okay because it's bigger than the dream. I heard Chris Paul talk on an interview recently, said how much he missed of life trying to be great. And a lot of time we think we missed something as players that didn't go on to be pro, that fell short, that was forced to be family men, coaches, and all kind of things like that, or AAU or scouts. It's no knock. God have his reasons, and God says that your purpose is that. And imagine you could be great and be Chris Paul and say, I miss my whole family. He missed the championship, and that's where them tears, he had tears in his eyes. He didn't even get the championship. So sometimes don't fight the grain. Sometimes God leads you, and you just gotta be like water, like Bruce Lee said. So,
Be like water, young man. Be like water. My guy, Boyhead said, I tell kids now I was already your age, so I would listen if I was you. Plus, you got to get to my age. That's the test right there.
Absolutely. That's real. Hey, put that on a t-shirt.
Hey, that's real, man. Look, when you think about guys, you know, watching these NBA players, they just think they have it all, right? And the one thing I realized, you know, talking to countless NBA players who retired, and the biggest challenge for a lot of them is, and even college greats, is transitioning into the real world. That is some of the biggest challenges that most basketball players have because, you know, yeah, basketball is the real world, but it's a fantasy world, right? Because we live in a bubble. We get a lot of perks, and we don't have to live the regular grind like somebody else. The grind is something different. But once that ball starts bouncing, and then you got to get to the real world to continue doing something productive, especially if you ain't sitting on $100 million plus.
Right. And somebody could pour into you. Yeah.
Right. So you saying that you did at an early age, man, and still here to make an impact on other people's lives. Because at the end of the day, when you talk to kids, right, and it's one thing I talk to kids a lot. I'm around them every day, and the biggest thing is not what you gave them.
Yeah.
It's how much time and what you poured into them.
Yeah, I see the results. Shout out to my kids, man. Shout out to my daughter Jada. She in excuse me, I'm a little ghetto, some kind of dentistry training thing where she worked with the dentist. My other daughter, she's in college. She just transferred. She moved to Kentucky. She got married. Shout out to her husband. He in the military in wartime. You know what I mean? Shout out to the youngin. She's going for her master's, and my son, you know what I mean? He got a 4.0. He going into 11th grade, about to get into some special programs. Look, I didn't do none of all of that. Oh boy. But seeing it vicariously through my kids, I see them. They walk, talk, drink, taste, smell, walk like a duck, quack like a duck. I'm saying, when I see them kids, I'm saying, had I had one or two things, so that's the gratification I get in choosing that, because I see the results. And I didn't, you know, like you work out some days, you look swollen, then the next day you like, where am I? That's how it is raising kids and being in a family. You see ups and downs, but at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, I could sit back, breathe deep, and say, these kids don't need me if I leave this earth. And I did it just like I played the point guard position. You know what I mean? I did it the same way. Each player, depending on, you got to know how to get the best out of each player. Like Phil Jackson, he had to let Dennis Rodman go party. You know what I mean? Jordan was locked in. He had to say, give him cigars. Pip, he following. Sometimes you get that one Dennis Rodman. Not saying I got a Dennis Rodman, but any parent, you got to talk to him different. And the game taught you that. When you go to work, it teaches you how to have healthy competition throughout anything in life. You go to work, how to compete for a job position without hating. You know what I mean? How to work with others, how to fit into a role, how to have that team camaraderie mentality. That translates into family, workspace, everything. That's when you see people think I'm special. I'm not special. I'm just a point guard. Where the love come from? Ain't a point guard show love. Don't trade a point, show love. When they bouncing the ball, they looking who I'm gonna show love. So when I saw your podcast, that's me dishing it. Oh, there you go. Shout out to Cal, all things hoop. Boom. Shout out to Zoo Team. Boom. You see what I'm saying? So whatever I could do to assist, that's what we're here to do. God didn't put us here to be by ourselves. We're here to serve others. And once you get that, you're not here to be served. You're here to serve others. So for each person I serve, I might serve Pooh in a way. You know what I mean? Pause for all your weirdos. I serve Pooh in a way. I'm not looking for Pooh to serve me. Somebody else is in position to serve, because we all supposed to be, if things in a perfect world. So I'm just doing my part. And the whole name Swag God, I'm cool. Real talk. And I'm going to say it. I'm from Harlem. We say it. But the God come from my energy. You see what I'm saying? I'm making godliness cool. I could be from the street and have a vernacular and all of that, but still have a righteousness in my being and how I present myself. And this is genuine. The reason why it ain't got nothing to do with that art. God is generating a vibration through that art. It's just me playing around. I used to doodle in class, don't want to do the schoolwork. I didn't want to be no artist. I wanted to play basketball. I wanted to make beats. I wanted to rap. Me just watching TV, seeing Mel, New York versus New York. You see what I'm saying? He doing the jelly. I got inspired. I did the art. Shout out to Magic Mel again. Shout out to Scooter, City of Gods. And I just started working on a piece on my iPad. And then that one thing, me showing love, caused all this. Not my rapping, not my being. I'm good at all them things. You see what I'm saying? Not my basketball. I cried about all them things not working out. It's me genuinely showing love. when in a world where they telling you got to be loud and brash and all of that. I'm smooth. I laugh. Anybody talks to me, I'm laugh about shit that ain't, excuse me. I laugh about things that's not even funny because that's my spirit. It's a jubilance in my spirit because that's that God. So I put that out. So anybody with the, oh, that's D-riding or whatever the case may be, that's admiration for other high vibrational things. If you float in high vibration, you will get it. It all connect. But when you ain't in the vibration, it look like something else. But if you know, you know.
No doubt. My God boy has to salute brother Swag God. Bless you. Yo, Bullhead. Since his name is Thanos, he need to have mad rings like Stony from back in the days. It's my guy. Hold on. He gonna start laughing. Watch. Yo, my guy Stony had mad rings in his finger.
Like the RZA?
Yo, no, he just had mad rings, mad old school rings in his fingers. Crazy. Graduation rings that wasn't his and all.
Oh, yeah. The champ.
Yeah.
The champ. Like, what you the champ for? All this
No doubt. No doubt. Yeah.
sports. All base.
Yeah.
Champion for all this.
He said one hand wash the other, two hands wash the face. We got to take care of each other. Hey, listen, my guy, and I want to save the last 15 minutes for this part of the show, right? Because look, you threw me an alley-oop, I'm gonna throw you a few. Yeah, look, boyhead laughing like he knows Stony with the rings.
Hold on,
hey, BX,
Victor Phillips, he played AAU with, I think, the coach named Muggsy. He tell me, yo, I played against Richie Parker all the time. Yo, I played against Kenny Satt. Yo, shout out to my man BX. Victor Phillips, that's my guy. He's shouting me or texting me crazy. Shout him out. But go ahead.
No doubt. Appreciate you, King. Appreciate you. He said, mad folks. He said, mad forks and spoons is bracelets. That's true. That was Stony. Old school. All right.
Metal detective.
All right, check this out.
Getting people pop.
Yo. My guy BXV VR 739 said your beats are fire. So this is what I want to do. I want to do the last 15 minutes, last 10 minutes. Let's do like 10 minutes. You got your stuff hooked up?
Nah, actually, I unplugged it so I could be on here with you tonight. Yeah, I had to use the computer and everything, you know what I mean? So,
no doubt. So
our page, Swagggodthanos, is on there. Any post you see black and white with the NPC on it, it'll give you a little taste of the medicine right there. But I appreciate you.
Nah, no doubt. We definitely gonna do that one day. We'll come on here with the music and all that, man. But yeah, man, this has been dope. Look, your story is a great one. And everybody's story is different, no matter what it is in this thing we call basketball. Life in general, right? Go ahead.
Real quick, shout out to Zach Marbury. Actually, reason why I'm shouting Zach Marbury is because that's how I got on to you. At the same time, that's a whole nother. So the Zach Marbury story, that's the one that started it all for me. You know what I mean? With the storytelling. You know what I mean?
Right.
Opportunity. Long story short, me telling that story on Instagram, he popped out and then we built a relationship because, you know, back in the days, you didn't show nobody love. You know what I mean? If it wasn't Stephon Marbury, Shane Gard, Kareem Reed, Mo, certain dudes, everybody else trash. You see what I'm saying? So same thing, you know, when I seen Zach, we like, he ain't Steph. So I wasn't giving him his flowers at the time, but as grown men, I told the story. I licked my wounds and told the story, and we made a relationship since then. Been about 5 years strong, and you know what I mean. Steph Marbury, you know, through that connection and everything, showed love. I just wanted to make sure I get it in pure work. He's doing some great things down in DC, DMV area with the kids, man.
Yeah.
I need my hoodie. I would have had it on if I had the hoodie, but it's all good. I'm still rapping though. Rail splitters. And look, I went to Wingate, but I don't care. I played there for a year and a quarter. Look.
That's right. Hold on. Matter of fact,
Look.
since we talking about hoodies, hold on.
Yeah, Pooh, come on, man. I've been humbly asked for about 6 years. I don't care if you get the one out the laundry. Give me the one out the laundry.
No, I couldn't let this go by. You know, I got to do shameless plug, baby. It is what it is. Yo,
I'll put it back.
Everybody know I still got the hoodies for sale, baby. I know it's summertime, but it's going to be springtime soon. You heard? It's going to be springtime soon. Get these hoodies.
Yeah, you can't call yourself a basketball head without a basketball head hoodie. How they going to know you know what you know when you talk?
You know what I'm saying?
You
got them in all colors.
All flavors.
All flavors like now laters, baby.
Every day, all day, twice.
All flavors like now laters, baby. Got the slogan on the back.
Yeah, tough.
The official home for New York City basketball, and you got it on the sleeve. You heard?
And we got some other things coming. When me and Pooh collab on Watch These Things, they're gonna become no treats. We got no treats.
Oh yeah, for sure. We ain't stopping. This is only the beginning. Hey, listen.
Yeah.
Listen, bro. Oh my God, Boyhead say he needs some beats. Your Boyhead, go on this page, Swagggodthanos on Instagram, and hit him up. Let him know you my guy.
Yeah, or on one of the art pieces. Yo, shout out to you. Shout out to All Things Hoops for reposting, collabing, inviting. Y'all been taking the invites, giving me the traction. But again, I have to I said this on my page, and I definitely got to get this in. It's not about me. It's not about me. Not about me. It's about the culture. It's about these players. I thank y'all for highlighting me as a curator. But remember, it's about these guys I'm posting up, and I'm yelling from the mountaintops. Hey, what about this guy? What about that guy? That's all I'm doing. Now, I mean, starting the conversation. It's been love. It's been old teammates, AU teammates, and former classmates coming out, and people from the block. It's like a big family, and all love, and keep it love. Keep it love. Because it's people finding people they ain't seen in years through this. That's how you know this is supposed to be what it is. It ain't nothing about this art. This is bringing people together in a time of war, severe, extreme, immense division. This is, so keep on supporting. Shout out to Rod Strickland. He been reposting 15 of them back to back. Shout out to Reggie Freeman, been talking to me. Talking to the guys, letting them know, whoever don't be on Instagram, whatever, Master Rob, he's calling them, letting them know. Shout out to Reggie Freeman, high five, Big Rice. Know what I mean? He been really feeling the energy, and really it's a vibration, bro. These dudes don't know me from nowhere. Half of them I ain't hoop from, but the vibes is the vibes. Genuine is genuine. Love is love. They hear it. Y'all feel it. I know it radiates through. This ain't no act. This ain't no stage show. This is who I am. This is what it is. And I want to encourage people to be yourself, because being yourself gets you far. Look at this. I'm sitting here with the legendary Basketball Heads podcast, high school basketball, all that. Because I show love.
That's a fact.
Nice. Not because my beats is hard, not because my balls is crazy. It could be that, but I'm here because generally I show love. You see that? You see that?
Yo, I want to give a big shout out. Appreciate you. Ayatollah Beats. So Ayatollah Beats, the #1 basketball heads, right? If you don't know, that joint with Styles P and Foul Monts, My Life, tap in. He's always, all the ways in Queens dude, but he lives in Portland, Oregon, and he always taps in every show. Salute. Said we need a Basketball Heads music pod. I'm about to get to that in the music ball head. We definitely gonna do that. We're gonna bring Ayatollah up. We're gonna bring Swagggodthanos up. We're gonna bring Ballhead up, and we're gonna do it up big. We're just gonna jam all night. We're gonna take turns playing songs. You heard? He said he just followed you too.
Shout out to the legend Easy Mo B.
No doubt. We could bring him on too. We could definitely bring him on too. Yes, sir. Appreciate that. So follow my man Ballhead back. He just followed you on IG, so I know you'll do that after the show, right? So Let me do something real quick. I'm hope. Yeah, we all got the ball heads, fam. We all got the ball heads. Hope I'll lose you on this one. Let's see real quick. Hold on. You hear that? You hear that, Swag?
I'm gonna dance right away.
All right. Do you hear it? Do you hear it though?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Let's start all over. Let's go.
I'm ready.
Yeah. My headphones.
If you got a problem in your life and things ain't going right, all you gotta do is throw your hands.
I'm feeling that Big old.
And things gon' change. If you find it hard to get a job for you to get by, all you gotta do is throw your hands real high. And things gon' change.
Is this a life supposed to be? Stressed out in the hood, ducking police. I gotta eat now, so don't provoke me. I'm still waiting on what the government owes me. 40 acres and a mule is what they told me. But a lifetime of hate is what they showed me. It's no mystery. Control me from all the jails and the prisons where they hold me. So it's fuck the police. I'm trying to free the minds of my people caught up for the right to fight against everything that's out of order. We the sons and daughters of kings and queens. That's our culture, being sacrificed on the cross like Christ to cross over. We punch clocks, some of us make quotas, some of us sell stocks, some of us sell soldiers. The price going up, no matter what they told you. The Rothschilds and Bilderbergs I had to expose you. Y'all ready? Ready?
You heard, Swag? Yo, Swag, come back like you froze. Appreciate that, Ayatollah. You know, a little something. Come back in, Swag. Yeah, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a jam session up here one day. Make sure we get it all right, man, so people can play this stuff, man. A little something I did a lot of years back. But yeah, had to do that before we get off the show. Yo, Swag, come back on. Yes, sir. You know you gotta do that. Hot fire. No doubt. This is what we do, baby. This is what we do. It's got a lot of things on here, man. Got a lot of things on here. Why I just gotta just load up one day and just, do that. But anyway, we're about to get out of here. I want to thank my guy, Daniel Swagggodthanos, Atherton, for coming on the show, man. Yeah, man. This was dope. This was definitely needed. For sure. And yes, yeah, we definitely gonna do that, boyhead. So we're saying that, listen, no matter what it is you do in your life, right? And these are just lessons that you should live by, right? Always show love. Hate is gonna get you nowhere, right? Hate is gonna get you nowhere. Because you really just hating on yourself. When you give love, you give love to yourself and others. That's a very hard thing for people to do, especially men. I can't say that it's happened for me that way, but I get a lot of love in these New York City streets. And I know you can't do that without having the haters. So that's the scales of life right there. You're going to have people that love you, people that hate you, people that wish they were you, people that wish that they were doing what you do, right? And they will clap to see you fall instead of clap to see you rise. And I think Swagggodthanos has been an example of that and have... Yo, you can come back on real quick. Okay, that's all good. It's all good. I'm doing the final. Say your final goodbyes to everybody before we get out of here. Okay, that's all good. That's all good. I'll make All right.
Yo, check this out, B. This episode was so fire, my phone overheated.
No doubt. I'm gonna let you soon, brother.
Maybe we do this again another time. Keep supporting the art. I got some new heat coming, and y'all look out for who next. Yeah. Love you. Love.
Yes, sir.
Culture forever, baby.
Yes, sir. Hey, listen. We're about to get out of here, man. Appreciate everybody, man. For always supporting the show. Well, that's our time. We gotta get out of here. All right. Y'all know what it is. Glenn Poole Harding, Basketball Heads Live, the official home for New York City basketball. Peace.
Y'all ready? Yes. You have just stepped out into the world of chaos. Where everybody goes hard. Come on. Go hard. Go hard. Or go home. Never back down. You gotta hold your own. Go hard. East Coast. Go hard. West Coast. Go hard. Midwest. Go hard. Dirty. Hurry up, everybody. Get online, buy your tickets, cause the game about to start.